What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Weighing Fishing. Guys, we're out here again, Rappahannock River. This is tournament day, so we're out here with KBT guys. I got Dave, Keith, and Rick out here. So Tar Heel Unkers team, looking to see if we can take home a dub. I know last tournament came in second, so decent points, but need to win this one. So right now I'm out here just waiting for the tide to turn. So in this tidal stuff, everything that lives out here revolves around the tide. So right now it's high tide. The fish have, like, the water is high. The fish have pushed all the way up into the trees. There's a lot of fry garters and stuff like that around, so all the fry is all the way back up in the trees. So all the bass, at least all the bass, the catfish and everything are still out here. I'm catching those left and right. But as far as the bass go, they've actually pushed, 50, 100 feet, 100 yards back up in these trees. So right now, just kind of picking around, poking around. I caught a 16-incher, so that was awesome. That was a fry garter. I saw the fry. I just sat there and pitched into the fry ball until he ate it and swam off with it. But it's going to be kind of a waiting game. I'm gonna, all this stuff is really good, but it's not good right now. So trying to get that timing right is what we're going to be looking for today. And same thing as yesterday. Texas rig. May throw the chatterbait a little. The first one I caught was on a Senko, so we're gonna keep poking, pecking around, see what all we can find. It's not gonna be anything crazy. It's just gonna be, Texas rig on current breaks. So these bass are sitting behind the stuff that breaks the current. So stumps, logs, laydowns, corners in the grass, stuff like that is where these fish are gonna be sitting. And we just need, looks like the tide is almost high. There's a pole back there that's breaking the current. Looks like it's still coming in a tiny bit. So give it another hour, 2 hours, and it'll start flowing out. Probably about 45 minutes it'll start flowing out, and then about 2 hours all this stuff will start to come out of the water, and those fish will have to come towards the main channel and make them a little bit easier to pick off. So we're gonna kind of poke around, nothing too crazy. Just kind of gotta stay mentally in the game while the fish are not cooperating very well. So that's all it is. We'll see what all we can come up with. So, all right, y'all. Man, I knew he was in there. I could see the fry swimming around. Good fish. Short though. Short and stocky. Short and stocky. Not going anywhere then. Good gracious. Here's a little 16-incher start today. That should help today. All right. Don't have a bunch. It's stressful. Don't have a bunch. It's stressful. We got one. I was gonna be better. Woo. 12 3/4. Ooh, doggy. They're still here. Oh, they're still here. It's just the tide is not quite there yet. It's getting there. It needs to be low. It needs to be a foot lower than it is right now. So, might go back down to the start of this. I'm gonna fish right around this corner, then head back down to the start and rerun all this. It's about the time and the same tide that I got in here yesterday. Started catching them. So, got two. Oh. Come on in. Come on in here. Little bugger. 2, 3. Ah! We got 3. I figured there'd be something right here with the way this current comes around. I had to jump back down to the bottom and go through this again. That's what I was about to do, is jump back down to the bottom and go through all this again. Getting feisty. They are feisty. Alright, a little 13.5, nothing giant, but I mean they're starting to catch fish, so it's good. There you go. Alright, that works, just like that. I just need bigger than little 12 inchers. Thirteen and a half. Gotcha. I'm just sitting there hanging on to it. I don't want to go too far forward because there's a lot more stuff right here. That's a little bit slightly better one. a slightly better one. All right. Ah. Have to come out the jacket here. Be a little toasty. Buddy. I'd like to put you in at 15. There we go. A little 15 and a quarter. Getting there. They're getting bigger, slightly bigger each time. All right. All right. I'll give you a recap so far of the day. Got about an hour and 45 minutes left, hour and 30 minutes left. Caught the biggest fish of the day actually right there. One of these two spots. One of those two spots I'm going right by. So all I've been doing is just making a run of, not say this entire creek, because the next creek is 4 miles away. It's a little bit too far to go if I'm trying to get anywhere. Or I could get there, but then trying to get back to the boat ramp would be against the current and it'd take 2 hours to get back. So fish up right there. I've just been kind of recycling this creek, and it's like fishing a new creek every single time, because the water is going down and down and down and down, and it's just filtering more and more and more fish out to these. So stuff like right here, you've got this tree right here, this tree right here, it just blocks the current enough where those fish can sit right behind it and just ambush stuff as it gets swept by. So that's all I've been doing. I've been ignoring the lily pads. They look fantastic, but say that little stump right there, stuff like that is what I've been looking for, and just pitching it with a soft plastic. Senko, fighting frog, doesn't really seem to matter. They're hitting it as soon as it goes in front of them, because these tidal fish, they have to be opportunistic feeders. Like, they have to eat whatever goes by, and they can't let something go by, because this is such a like eat or be eaten type of environment, where there's snakeheads and blue cats and stripers and all kinds of stuff, where if you see food, you need to eat it before somebody else grabs it. So I've made 2 runs through it. So it really started around 11 o'clock. That's when the tide started pushing out like this. So it's about 12:30 now. I got an hour and a half. I should be able to make most of a run, most of one more lap through here, and hopefully I can catch a handful more fish. Caught 8, 9. I'm not 100% sure how many. I don't want to look at the leaderboard. I'm not looking at the leaderboard, but yep, we got one more lap to make through here. And again, same thing. The nice thing with the sun is pushing those fish closer to the bank. So I'm just fishing these overhangs, fishing the channel swing, or fishing the stuff that breaks the current, and it's pretty much just, you know, super target oriented fishing. So that's always what I do in tidal situations like this. Outgoing tide, fish hard cover, stuff like that, because those fish will tuck right up against it just to kind of get out of the current. So see what all we can do with it. Got some more guys snakehead fishing up here, so a little bit longer. If you're recording that. Oh man. Of course, that's when it's turned. Oh, it's all good. Oh gosh, what's happening? What is happening? About that. Finally got a good one. All right, get you on the board. Get you on the board, son. 17 and a half. There we go. A little 17 and a half. Sorry I didn't get that one on camera. I was talking to Dave on the phone, answering texts, and I just threw it out, picked up, and it was just cruising out in the middle of the creek. But look at the colors on that thing. All right, 17 and a half. Beautiful, beautiful. Man. I didn't feel him bite, but I saw a puff of mud. I didn't feel him bite, but I saw a puff of mud kick up. Like I pulled over a log, and I see a big puff of mud kick up, and oh. Pick up on it. My line just straight out towards the middle. Phone. Alright. Go your mouth. 13 3/4. Oh god, get out of there. Oh no. It works. It works. Oh, I'll take it. Oh, chaos. Chaos on a grand scale. Oh. Chaos on a grand scale. I knew that was a fish. Swing on it. 15. Here we go, 15 and a half. Catching them. All right, y'all. So overall, caught 8 fish. Lost a couple fish as well. Lost a couple of good fish, like skipping up under trees. Fish hits it, swing on them, they come off. But that's fishing. That's how it goes. I mean, overall, I think I had a pretty good pattern. Like I think the issue I ran into is this river is so huge that if I wanted to go to another creek, it would be 2.5, 3 miles, and then I would have to do 2.5, 3 miles against the current on the way back, which would have put me about 5, 6 miles away from the boat ramp against the current. It's about 2 hours to get back to the boat ramp. So I stuck with the creek that I had, and caught a handful of fish. I was like, I had a good day. I was missing some bigger fish. That I know I lost a bigger one yesterday, and luckily Rick caught a handful of bigger fish that added to our total pretty well. But overall, I think came in second. It is what it is. I say we got a couple more tournaments, so we'll get them next time. But as I hope y'all got some takeaways for the river fishing section, for this tidal river fishing section. So if y'all have any of that stuff near you or anything like that, take any information away from that, or if you have any questions about my thoughts on how I do all this, just let me know. And appreciate y'all watching. See y'all next time.